Eh, as a Miguel, I'm just checking with you guys, let you know what my life has been free from captivity has been like. I'm in the hometown I grew up in as a child till I was a teenager. Wapato, Washington, that's where I'm from. And I've been staying at a homeless shelter here in Wapato. I've been walking around. Not much has changed, but the stuff that I notice are different. But I was so stunned that people I grew up with, went to school with, are also some of the guilty, but not all, only some. But it's kind of awesome that my presence within my hometown is so overwhelming to a lot of people I haven't seen in decades. It's like what do they say? The air is so different in Wapato because I'm home. And I think it's just because I haven't been home in so many years, because I lived in Portland with my dad. And I was in Toppenish, during my captivity the last year. So I never really had time to have a sense of Wapato, But it's just so cool to walk around downtown Wapato where I grew up, Little Kimmy used to ride her bike down the street. Little Kimmy used to go to this store. It was called IGA when I was little. Then it was Apple Market. And now it's, I don't know if I could say it because, whatever. And it's just so amazing that, because before I came home to Wapato a couple days ago, I was at the CAMPHOPE in Yakima, Washington, the homeless shelter up there, where I recently got kicked out of for absolutely nothing. I was a victim of a con artist who conned me out of my own vehicle that I paid entirely for with one of my debit cards. And she conned me out, fast talking me, because there's moments where if you fast talk me, you could fast talk me because my disability, my language disability. So I went to CAMPHOPE's employees. They call themselves case managers. Well, the big boss guy, he's a big, tall, huge, bald, white guy. I don't know his name. He used to be an ex-cop. You know what that motherfucker did? He lifted me up by the collar of my jacket in front of a lot of witnesses outside his little tiny hut house. Well, little storage shed building that they made into a office building where there's 3 total caseworkers, him right in the middle, 2 other caseworkers. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, this man, the leader of CAMPHOPE, I don't know if he's one of the people who opened it or he's just a big boss there. CAMPHOPE is a farce. It's a fishing net where they catch all the weak little fishes like me, unbeknownst to us, to where there's a number 1 con artist that pretty much works there. And they act like the homeless, like the rest of them, the dummy me's like me, have no idea what's going on. There's a native there to catch all the fresh native fishies. There's a Caucasian con artist there that catches all the Caucasian little fishies. There's a Latino con artist there. What do they catch? All the Latino fresh fish. So on and so forth. That place is such a network of criminal activity. I know this for a fact because this owner, big bald white guy, I think his name's Mike, ex-cop boss guy, whatever the fuck he is. He told Yakima Nation, people that were helping me, because I am a victim of being, held captive for a year. He told them he caught me with drugs beforehand to this, event where he lifted me up by the collar in front of everyone. He lifted me off the ground for about 2 feet until I hit the ground and let all my body weight go dead, where I just hit the ground. And all I did was say, I'm peaceful, I'm non-violent. He scared me more than anything, because he was just like, just hurting me. Because he lifted me up by my collar. And I'm a disabled woman. What am I going to do when a big gorilla like that comes up, picks you up by the collar of your jacket only? Off the ground for 2 feet. After irately losing his temper in the little office shed thing we were talking in. And there was another little tiny employee in there with them too, David. And I went in to give an advocate. Well, after all this occurred, I went to go find me an advocate because I am disabled with a communication, disability. So I went to go get an advocate. And this advocate, she heard me out, listened to me with an open heart. She understood what I was saying. And I appreciate that so much. You know who you are. What she did a conference call. After listening to me, she did a conference call. She got little Mikey Poo on the phone with me in the office and her. You should have seen the stunned look on my advocate's face. When we got little Mikey Poo on the phone, he was so goddamn motherfucking guilty. His tone of voice was so... He was all like, you can subpoena me. And she was just like, can I speak to David? Because David's the other caseworker that was in the office with me and him when he lost his temper for no reason with me, He's like, that's not important right now. Well, he didn't say that exactly, but for verbatim, he didn't say that. He said, that's none of consequence or wrong words. My disability, I can't think of precise words, but pretty much the smile on my advocate's face was just like, it wasn't a smile, what do you say? It was stunnment that she knew right away from his actions on the phone. She knew he was lying. Her face was like, and I knew right there, just by the look of her face, she knew who was telling the truth. It was me. But it was one of the first times I had confirmation. One of the first times I had confirmation from an advocate that did a conference call between me and one of the people that harm us all. There are many people afraid to speak about anything I speak about. I don't care. I fear death anymore. I want to save my people. I want to make my reservation safe again. This is why I'm doing this live video in public. In my hometown where I grew up, Wapato, Washington. I'm a very strong Native American woman, and this is my playground where I played as a child. That's where I had my first kiss, just a few feet down in a park over there. This is where I grew up. The people that live here within this whole reservation boundaries, I speak for the ones that can't speak, that are missing and cut in pieces. Why aren't the FBI here now, I say? How many more natives have to be killed before you even start to itch your ass and think about wondering about us? I know you guys know what's going on to us. I know. And I always tell people that know things that I know. You're afraid to speak because you're afraid they might kill you. I'm not afraid. No reason you should be afraid. As long as you have the power of the truth behind your words, behind the information and the truth that you have, there's no reason to fear. I am totally, utterly so public with my knowledge, with my words. I yell downtown Wapato right now. And calm down because I know they're crooked cops and they could arrest me for a public demonstration without permission. So I quit yelling. I'm not aiming the camera at anyone. It's just on me. I'm purposely not showing any houses. I'm purposely not showing any businesses. Just the open sky and me. You know what I mean? And it's on My Life Facebook, and it's just all about me. You see what I mean? But then again, I just wanted to speak, and I'm not sure. My mind's running, I'm thinking, I'm feeling, I'm observing, and I'm able to speak at the moment. So I just thought, hey, it's time to go Facebook Live. You know what I mean? And it's just so awesome, you know. I actually got trying to look for a spot to kick it for the day in one of the parks, you know, public park. Something with the restroom to spend the day. Just to spend in the sun because it's starting to get warmer. But this park, I don't think so. It's just a big yard. But I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. And I don't know. But I just had that rush of just, you know, this is what I do on a daily basis. If I'm not online, if I'm not live, literally what I'm doing now, just walking around, thinking, observing things. This is all I do on a daily basis. But the craziest thing is, if this is all I do, why do I always sense eyeballs on me so thickly? It's crazy. I mean, I'm just sharing experiences now, of my lifetime, because I never really get time to just talk to someone and visit someone and just let them know what's been going on with Kimmy, you know. So that's what I'm going to do now, because it's very difficult to get into counseling because I don't have a vehicle. I'm homeless. As I said, the vehicle I bought outright is kind of taken. I don't have a vehicle. I think I rode in it for like a week. But I'm back to walking again. But anyway. But what I am doing, this is where I start thinking in my head. I go, why is it everywhere I go, people seem to look afraid just because they see my face show up? And this is just me walking through town. This is me just walking down any city street. I mean, I could go into any business here on the reservation. I could tell right away if they know who I am or not. Now, it's just the businesses that don't like me, they know who I am. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but I'll walk in. The cashier or whoever employees are there, their face will just totally like just shocked that I'm showing up. And the fact they just look at me like, she's here. They don't say that, but that's what they're thinking. I'm thinking that's what they look like. They're like, I can't believe that she's in my store. What am I supposed to do? She's in my store. I mean, how am I supposed, what am I gonna, I'm just smiling, having a good time walking through whatever city I'm in, walking into that, business, whatever they may be, it's usually just a quick mark or a grocery store, just a tiny little store where I could go in and get a soda, candy bar, bag of chips, But it's just that look I get when I go into some businesses. And it's just me, I know, because I see other natives go in there and they don't get that. I mean, it's just like I'm a very, very well-known movie star or something. But I know it's not like that. Well, I guess it is like that. That's my only comparison I have. I mean, that's the way they look at me. It's crazy. But what was it? I was in Yakima. I was at Camp Hope during this time frame after my car was kind of conned out of my goddamn possession. Well, anyway. I walked off from my friend because I was upset. Oh, hey, my little sister. But I'm on Facebook Live. I'm just talking.
Jesus loves you.
That's my baby sister June. I just reconnected with her yesterday.
I got a cigarette. You want to smoke a cigarette?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll talk about it later. I want to visit my sister. Kimmy's out. Later.